Zachary really loved his wife, Ashley. He thought she was amazing, but sometimes he felt unsure about her. Then, something shocking happened. Ashley got arrested because her friend went missing. Zachary couldn't believe it. Ashley used to work as a CSI, and Zachary was a cop himself. They never expected this to happen. The story unfolded with Taylor Wright's sudden disappearance on September 14th. Initially deemed a runaway, the situation grew more complex as details emerged. Taylor, a friend of Zachary's wife Ashley, had a troubled past. Her absence raised suspicions, especially when it was discovered that she was involved in storing stolen money in a safety deposit box. As the investigation deepened, it became apparent that Taylor's vanishing act was more than a mere runaway case. Nancy Marison, a mother of 2 boys, found herself intertwined in Taylor's life when her son John's best friend Taylor faced troubles with Child Protective Services. Concerned for Taylor's safety, Nancy offered her a place to stay, revealing the compassionate bond between them. Taylor's upbringing and her close relationship with John painted a picture of a likable, caring individual who struggled with her past. Taylor's life journey, from her marriage to Jeff Wright to her career as a private investigator, was marked by highs and lows. Her failed marriage, characterized by accusations of infidelity and financial fraud, led to a bitter divorce and custody battle over their son Drake. Taylor's attempts to conceal her income and assets further complicated matters, hinting at a deeper deception. Amidst the turmoil, Taylor's relationship with Cassandra Waller offered a glimmer of hope. Despite the intensity of their feelings, Taylor had unresolved issues to address, including securing custody of Drake. Her decision to secretly withdraw a substantial sum of money from her joint account with Jeff underscored her desperation to maintain control over her finances. Enter Ashley McArthur, Taylor's trusted friend, who became entangled in her web of deceit. Ashley's background as a crime scene investigator turned private investigator provided her with the skills to navigate murky waters. However, her involvement in Taylor's financial dealings would ultimately lead to dire consequences. The intertwining narratives of love, betrayal, and deception painted a complex portrait of relationships tested by secrets and lies. As the truth behind Taylor's disappearance unraveled, it became clear that nothing was as it seemed, leaving Zachary and others grappling with the unsettling reality of those they thought they knew. Tracking down missing people, solving cybercrimes, and providing background checks to companies over time, Zachary quit his job in the police force and joined his wife as a private investigator. Unfortunately, it wasn't as lucrative as the couple thought it would be. Zachary realized his wife was more responsible with the finances, so he left it all to her. He would simply deposit his money in the account and let her deal with the expenses. Ashley managed the finances with her private investigator projects and profits from the family business. Zachary and Ashley had a mutual friend, Taylor. Since they were all from a police background, the bond ran deeper. Taylor completely trusted Ashley with her money, giving her a cashier's check to hold on to. She thought she got away with it, but she was wrong. Jeff wanted his money back and claimed that Taylor had wrongfully withdrawn $100,000 out of her account. At least $30,000 belonged to Jeff, so the court ordered Taylor to pay $14,200 to Jeff in a minimum of $600 a month in child support. During this difficult time in her life, Taylor was living in a trailer on Ashley McArthur's property. According to Ashley, in July 2017, while she wasn't home, Taylor and Cassandra had a huge fight. Taylor was cheating on Cassandra with a woman from Biloxi, Mississippi, as well as experimenting with cocaine. She assured Cassandra she had only tried cocaine thrice, and it was all under control. The two broke up for a week or so, but given Taylor's circumstances, Cassandra was incredibly understanding to support Taylor through the messy custody battle and financial issues. Cassandra asked her to move in with her, but she had a hard time trusting Taylor, so Taylor promised everything would be run by Cassandra. Now, Taylor has always had a fingerprint thing and a code on her phone. She let Cass put her fingerprints and stuff in her phone, and gave her the codes to her phone so she can access it with her own. They had each other's passwords, and Taylor even let Cassandra register her thumbprint on her phone to give her quick access. They quickly started planning ahead. In the summer of 2017, Drake was visiting Taylor, and she wanted to make the most of it for her 6-year-old. After a great summer, she finally had to drop off her son. It was the 13th of August, and there was tension between the exes. It was so bad that Jeff had police present while Taylor dropped off Drake. Since things were so intense that week, Taylor handed Ashley a $34,000 cashier's check to keep safe for her. It was part of the $100,000 she had withdrawn from her account. She didn't want to keep it in the joint account or under any account with her name on it, or else she would be liable to pay child support. Since the account was unfrozen, it was a sign that she would be allowed to withdraw cash soon, but Taylor had jumped the gun, and the court demanded she put the money back in the account on escrow. This meant while it belonged to her, she had to go through a proper procedure to withdraw money. Taylor asked Ashley to give her money back, but there was always something going on, and Ashley was unable to give her money back. The court had only given her until the second week of September to comply, so there was a lot of pressure. Taylor decided to speed things up by meeting up with Ashley to pick up her check. She texted Ashley on the 29th of September saying she needed keys to the safety deposit box so she could store her ring and money in it. On the 30th of August, Taylor's lawyer requested some time from the court as Taylor had other problems. She had to help her mother prepare for Hurricane Irma. In the middle of all the warnings, Taylor texted Ashley on the 31st, saying they could go to the bank and retrieve Taylor's money and sort out other issues. There was an excuse then. On the 4th of September, Taylor tried again, texting, "I have got to get to the bank tomorrow." On the 5th of September, she texted her best friend again, "Any idea and a time to get to the bank?" Then, shortly after, another text, "We only have 2 more hours to get to the bank. Are you almost ready?" Finally, there was an answer from Ashley. "I just called the bank. They closed at 4. We have to go in the morning. What time are you free?" Frantic, Taylor texted back, "I have to get in that deposit box today and get those papers submitted by 4. I'm out of time." Hours later, Ashley answered she couldn't make it. Taylor texted Ashley once more on the 6th of September, explaining she would be held in contempt of the court for not paying child support and putting $225,000 back in the account. Then, on the 7th of September, Taylor sent 5 text messages to her friend. It was clear that something was fishy. By 2 p.m., Taylor was waiting for Ashley at Cassandra's house so that they could go to the bank together. Fortunately, the court permitted a continuance for Taylor until the 12th of September, so she had some time. That evening, Cassandra and Taylor made dinner plans with Ashley at a place called Twin Peaks, where they finally got a hold of Ashley. While Taylor remained calm at the dinner, she later told Cassandra Ashley wouldn't give her money back. On September 7th, she literally was in the initial 2 or 3 days of moving into my house. This was going to be the couple's last night together. That night, we both went to sleep, probably around 8:30. The next morning, the 8th of September, Taylor and Cassandra had breakfast. Ashley had planned a day out with Taylor since the past week had been so tense. Ashley was supposed to pick up Taylor at 10 a.m., and Taylor was visibly nervous and stressed as 10 a.m. approached. Cassandra had some volunteer work waiting for her, so they both had a busy day ahead and agreed to meet for dinner. She made me breakfast. She made me like eggs and bacon and stuff, and she was in no hurry for anything, just like a normal morning. I said, "Well, go to the grocery store. I'll pick up some stuff. We'll have wings tonight." And that was that. She was like, "Okay, well, Ash is coming over. We're going to go to Ash's bank, and we're going to pick up my money and stuff out of the safety deposit box." So as I was getting in my car, Cassandra had pulled up and I was like, "All right." We hugged, we kissed. About 20 minutes later, Ashley showed up. Taylor gave me a hug and a kiss, and I said, "Well, you guys have a good day." And this was the last time Cassandra saw Taylor, the last time that I ever saw Taylor. Taylor and Cassandra kept in touch, texting the entire day, but Taylor was being suspiciously evasive given their history. Cassandra decided to call Taylor, but she didn't pick up. Around 4 p.m., somebody finally answered the phone. It was Ashley, and she explained Taylor was on the horse, and they were just hanging out at a farm in Milton. Relieved, Cassandra left a message for Taylor and hung up. By 5 p.m., Cassandra was a bit concerned since the two had dinner plans. She kept calling and texting, but Taylor wouldn't respond. So it was probably about 5 o'clock. I'm starting to get a little frustrated because we had dinner plans. I text Taylor and I get nothing, and call Taylor and I get nothing. Around 6 p.m., Cassandra texted Ashley. Cassandra waited 2 more hours and texted Ashley again. Ashley explained that the two had gone back to her house, where Taylor said she was going to call an Uber and get some drinks. The last time she saw Taylor, she was holding 2 bags, a brown bag with a lot of money, and a gray bag with some of her belongings and clothes. Ashley went inside her house, and when she came out, Taylor was gone. This was disturbing. I text Ashley. I said, "Where are you guys?" This was probably 6, maybe 7 o'clock at night. She goes, "What do you mean? She's not. She left my house around 4 o'clock, after 5 o'clock." And she said Taylor took an Uber downtown to have a drink. She was stressed out, and she just needed to chill for a minute. For 20 minutes, Cassandra sat upset, feeling betrayed. But then, almost as if she knew Cassandra was upset, Taylor sent her a message. "I'll call you later. I'm not angry with you, and I should have called, but I just needed time to think. I'm trying to get my life organized and on track." That night, Ashley dropped by Cassandra's house and gave her some jewelry that Taylor had left in her car. She tried to reassure Cassandra that everything was going to be okay. Later, around midnight, she sent Cassandra a screenshot of Taylor's text message, saying she was fine but stressed about the court proceedings and needed time to think before moving in with Cassandra. And this was the breadcrumb that led Cassandra to the truth. This did not sound like Ashley at all. Cassandra knew for a fact that Taylor was very excited about settling down and did not feel her life was unorganized. Cassandra saw the red flags in the text now and decided to investigate. She was in the northwest region of the county, specifically at her aunt's property on 2201 Britt Road. Despite acknowledging her family's ownership of property in Escambia County, Ashley conveniently couldn't recall the address or even the name of the road, which turned out to be Britt Road, her maiden name. This failure to provide crucial information, despite promising to do so, raised eyebrows. Officers brought her into the station on the 19th of October for another interview. This time they knew they had the right person. They were simply getting her out of the way so they could carry out search warrants while keeping an eye on her. A thorough police search was carried out in 3 areas: the Britt Road property, Ashley's residence, and the warehouse on Pace Avenue. All vehicles parked were searched as well, including Ashley's Jeeps. In the second interview, Ashley's body language was completely different. By now, she had been read her rights and presented with evidence that she had been lying. They had bank records. Ashley had deposited a cashier's check of $34,000, which she claimed was just money Taylor owed her. If she were telling the truth, there was no reason to hide this information for an entire month. Confronted with the data from the phone records, she changed her story and suddenly remembered going to the property on Britt Road to pick up Taylor's lockbox. She had only withheld all this information because she was a good friend, and Taylor made her promise not to tell anyone. The property on 2201 Britt Road was owned by Ashley's Aunt Cara Britt for nearly 40 years. It spanned over 23 acres with notable features, including a 3-acre lake, a 2-story barn, a trailer, and a horse pasture enclosed by a wooden fence. Ashley kept her own horse there and had maintained 2 horses on the property for the past 7 years. Despite claiming infrequent visits to the police, Cara Britt maintained the property. In February 2017, While preparing for a family wedding, Kara recalled removing a large multicolored hammock hanging from a tree on the property. The wedding was scheduled for April 2017, and Ashley attended it as well. The officers laid it all out on the table. The thing is, we know that you had knowledge that phone was there because a text was sent to your phone from that phone, and it was in your possession. It was at the same location. After trying to deny everything, Ashley realized she couldn't keep up with the lies anymore and asked for an attorney. Officers finally found Taylor Wright on the 19th of October 2017, but it was too late. They recovered the skeletonized remains of a woman along the fence line, wrapped in a multicolored hammock in a shallow grave that was secured with soil and concrete, the same concrete Ashley bought at the store. The only identification at that time was a necklace that Taylor Wright owned. Ashley McArthur was arrested for the murder of Taylor Wright.